Is Antonio Ortiz, and I'm back for this week's weekly interview practice. And this week, I'm interviewing our classmate Nicola Baldarotta.
Baldarotta, yeah, close, close.
Baldarotta.
Yep,
Okay. Um, Nicola is joining us from Wisconsin. Is that
correct.
right?
Yep, yep.
Yes. Huge sports fan, aiming to cover the Colorado Avalanche or pro wrestling, and also a legendary cinephile, self-proclaimed, right?
Yeah,
Huge
yeah. I do like the
cinematic
cinephiles.
library.
Yep, yep.
All right. Well, today we're going to be talking about food. So, Nicolo, my question for you is, what is the single greatest meal or eating experience that you've ever had?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I've always kind of been a notoriously picky eater. So
Mhm.
like any type of my like life experiences usually don't revolve around food, but it's the one that always I go back to whenever someone asks me this question. It was my friend's bachelor party. We all took a trip to North Carolina, Charlotte.
Okay.
Um and we went to this little restaurant. I looked it up to see if it was still open 'cause it was before COVID, so I'm like, oh, all these restaurants kind of went under. It's still there, which is great. But it was called Soul. And yeah, it was just like a cool little lounge place, and they just had like couches and like they didn't even have tables. It was just like couches and like coffee tables, and then they had some DJ in the back just spinning like old 70s soul music and like Childish Gambino and stuff. I'm like, this place is pretty awesome. And then it was all a la carte, so it wasn't like you ordered a meal, I brought it to you. It was all kind of just like
Okay.
little appetizers. And I think the thing on that menu that stuck out to me, it was a pork belly taco. So I
Huh.
thought it would be like, I don't know what I expected from it, but it was literally just a tortilla and then three huge chunks of pork belly. And then on top of that, they put three chunks of watermelon, which is random, but it worked so well. And yeah, I mean,
All right.
we just ordered like, I don't know how many of those to feed us that night. But yeah, we were just kept like, bring us some more tacos. We need those things. So yeah, that was been passed around really well. So yeah, it was not anything huge, not anything fancy, but it was great.
Nice. When you walked into that place, I mean, was there what's kind of the theme of that place or the ambiance that you noticed immediately that was kind of, the first thing that you thought was just super cool about it?
Yeah, like I said, I think the music was pretty awesome. Like it wasn't like overbearing. It wasn't like a bar or anything where it was blasting. It was just there was a DJ, but he was literally just spinning records in the back quietly. And yeah, like I said, there was just no tables. It wasn't a very big place. It was kind of like an upstairs. It almost looked like an apartment basically that they just put like a
Huh.
restaurant in. So it was a really small little place. It had a cool balcony that you could go sit outside if you wanted to. It was Charlotte in the middle of the summer, so it was pretty nice out. And yeah, it was just, the lighting, it was really dark in there, so it's what it is. But yeah, just the whole experience of kind of being um, it, yeah, it was just basically just a vibe is the way to put it. And I can't even know if I can
Yeah.
really describe the vibe without, kind of going there. But yeah, it was just like everything and the place being called Soul, like the music and everything, just it fit the whole aesthetic perfectly.
Yeah. Had you ever been to Charlotte before that?
I had not, and that's kind of a funny thing because it was I at the time it was my friends. I moved to New York when I was in high school.
Mhm.
It was all my friends from New York, and they had come out to visit me in Wisconsin when I moved back here once, and we had a
Okay.
whole vote of where we were going to go for this bachelor party, and like Wisconsin was one vote away. Right. So I was like, oh man, this could have been nice. I didn't have to travel anywhere, but whatever. And then we get there, and the first thing all my friends order were like Pabst. I'm like, I could have just taken you to the Pabst place, man. It's like
Yeah.
right down the street. But yeah, no, I had never been to North Carolina, never been to Charlotte before. It was a pretty cool town. We ended up going to Asheville the next day, so we kind of spent one day in Charlotte and then moved on to
Nice.
Asheville. But yeah, no, it was a really cool town. I don't think. Um, Usually when I travel places, I travel a lot of places, but usually it's to like do things like go to Denver for hockey games. I do things like that. So like North Carolina wasn't really on my radar of somewhere to go, I guess. I mean, I guess you
Yeah.
can go to Raleigh and go to a Hurricanes game or something, but um yeah, no, I really I was it was a cool little town. Had a great feel to it. Obviously we were kind of on the more in the suburbs of Charlotte, so it wasn't like we were in the city proper, so it's not like we were
Yeah.
right downtown or anything, but yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. So I would go there again.
Nice. Yeah. Would you say that maybe your surprise and your pleasantries from being in Charlotte also came from the fact that you ate at a place that was like, wow, like this food is really good? Like, because you just said you're a picky eater, in the beginning. Do you think that kind of helped you maybe let your guard down for the rest of the city, maybe? Because I feel
Yeah.
like that might be what my idea would have been.
Yeah, it definitely helped. Just also because we walked around a lot too, so just have a full belly was great too to just kind of like
Yeah,
go and be able to enjoy the town. But yeah, no, I think that's definitely something um especially being in a group like that and obviously we're all really close friends as a bachelor party. That was kind of the point. But yeah, just to kind of have a really good meal. It was like the first day we were there, so just to kick it off that way. Kind of really set the tone. And it's still like whenever someone asks me about, you know, that trip, that's the first thing I talk about is these pork belly tacos. So yeah, I think it
yeah,
definitely really helped make the trip a little bit more special.
nice. My last question here that I can think of is, so you said it was a smaller place, kind of like a nice vibe. What was the staff situation there kind of like? And did you have, good interactions with them? Was it very minimal interactions? How was that?
Yeah, no, I mean it was very minimal. I think there might have been only two people working, maybe three. And then the kitchen staff. I don't even know where this kitchen was. This place was so small. I don't know where they put everything, but yeah, it was they kind of let you to your own. They were curious about us. We were a group of like 10 dudes just walking into this little place. So yeah, they had some questions, just kind of like what was going on, how everything was, telling, well, this guy's getting married here and all that stuff. But yeah, no, they were really cool. They, made sure we were all taken care of very well and kept the food coming, always making sure we didn't need anything else from them. Just, pretty basic stuff, but yeah, definitely, weren't overbearing to the point where, you're like, okay, just let us hang out and we haven't seen each other in a while. They let us be and do our thing, but also made sure that we were enjoying ourselves and eating well. So
Nice. Yeah. Good experience, good vibes, and good food over at Seoul in Charlotte, North Carolina, right?
exactly. Yep. Check it
All
out if
right.
you're ever there. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Nicolo. That was really great. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you so much.